lead.
And Philadelphia has it.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first Phillies game recap of the 2023 season, presented to you by DSM Media. I am your host here, Dylan Davis. You can find me on Twitter at DylanJD98. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to check us out on Twitter first at DSM_media. Hit that follow button. We greatly appreciate it. And while you're over on the page, make sure to check out the link tree in our bio. It'll take you to every social media platform we are available on. If you guys want to be interactive through most of our shows, and more specifically, all of our pregame lives we do, they stream exclusively on the YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. This is the best spot to get your thoughts, comments, and questions pulled up. Phillies fall in Texas to the Rangers 11-7, blowing a 5-run lead. Aaron Nola implodes in the fourth inning. 9-run inning for the Texas Rangers. Gregory Soto gets the nod from Rob Thomson in the fourth. We'll talk about that later on in the show. Kind of odd, right? But he comes in, doesn't record an out, doesn't have great command in this one. He lets up. Connor Brogdon comes in. He lets up a little bit in this inning before getting fully out of it. So we're going to talk about the positives. We're going to talk about the negatives. But let's remember, 1 of 162. No need for overreactions. No need for anything. This is the real Phillies. No. It was a bit of a weird game, a bit of a sour taste. But I would like to assume, I would like to think that one outlier, one implosion of an inning is not going to derail this Philly season. Let's start with the positives, right? And the lone positive to me, the major positive to me, was the lineup. It was flat out explosive, especially early on versus when healthy, the game's best in Jacob deGrom. Now, I know deGrom had a pitch count anyway that he was going to get pulled after 65, 70 pitches was announced right before first pitch. He looked great in the first inning. But after that, the Phillies were able to get to him. They were able to hit him all directions of the field. Obviously, Alec Boehm takes him to right center, opposite field for a big-time home run on opening day. And Jacob deGrom doesn't make it through the fourth inning. He gets pulled in the fourth with no outs recorded. So that was big to me. Early runs and a ton of extra base hits. Well, when is the last time you saw the Phillies record back-to-back triples, let alone any team in the league record back-to-back triples? That's what this lineup is going to provide you with all season long. No, I'm not saying to expect a ton of triples, but still, nonetheless, they're exciting at the plate. They're exciting on the base paths. Alec Boehm, as I already mentioned, hits a 2-run home run off deGrom. He doubles, he singles. 3-hit day for Alec Boehm, multi RBI day for him. JT, another guy with 3 hits on this day. Brandon Marsh, 2 hits with a triple. Trey Turner follows that up with an RBI triple, then basically gets home on a pass ball with a great slide, showing off his speed and athleticism on the base paths, which was great. Costi, right? 2 hits, a double that he takes deGrom the other way to kind of start up that first rally right before the Boehm home run. I know Costi still showed signs of he doesn't look too great, right? Obviously, the last at bat chases 3 sliders low and away. Full count, right? That's how he ends the game. Reminiscent of last year, right? I still believe that us Phillies fans will take a 2-hit with a extra base hit out of Nick Castellanos every single day this summer. So while there were still some negatives within his game that you could see, the plate discipline in the last at bat, 2-hit day for Nick Castellanos with some pop. I think we're going to take that, man. I think you're going to continue to see strides out of him. But the guy I really want to touch on is the first guy I mentioned, Alec Boehm. And I know he's the easy guy to look at, right? Because he did contribute the most. He did hit for power yesterday. But this is really important, guys, if he can continue this. Alec Boehm, since being called up to the Phillies, has always had one of the more pretty swings, right, in the entire majors. It's just easy for him to hit the baseball. It looks easy, right? Effortless. He's had trouble hitting for power. I believe last year Boehm hit for 13 home runs. I could be incorrect. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but under 15 home runs nonetheless for Alec Boehm. Without Rhys Hoskins, and if Nick Castellanos is not going to step up power-wise, you need pop from the right side of the plate. You got it on the left side. You got it when Bryce comes back. You got it with Schwarber. Hall's over there, right? We know that. Trey is going to provide some pop. He's not a power hitter. We all know that. You need that pop, especially from the middle to back end of this lineup. Now, If Boehm continues to play like this and hit like this, I don't expect Alec Boehm to be in the 7-hole very long this season. Hell, you might not see him in the 7-hole come Saturday or Sunday, right? But he is incredibly important. That 15 pounds of muscle that was talked about all offseason. Oh, is it? It looks damn true. To be able to take Jacob deGrom, I don't think everybody fully comprehended that when you first see the home run. You're just happy, right? The emotions come out. It's 2-0 Phillies on opening day. To take Jacob deGrom up over the plate, 98, 99, 100, whatever that pitch was, opposite field. Not many right-handed hitters can do that in this game. But quite frankly, none really have. So to see Bomer do that and then continue throughout the game with the double and the RBI single, he was fantastic. Like I said, hats off to JT. Three hit day. Castellanos cool. Turner triple. It was cool to see. Brandon Marsh, another guy I want to shout out. He obviously comes over. He was kind of a work in progress in the batter's box last year with Kevin Long. Can the Phillies fix his swing, right? Great in the really good in the field, speed. He's going to help you at the back end of your lineup, and he's going to solidify center field for the foreseeable future with that cheap contract, right? To come out on opening day and look as confident and solid as he did in the box versus, again, a Jacob deGrom ripping that triple down the line. That's fantastic. That is just an added bonus to what is already a fantastic lineup. If you're a 9-hole hitter can produce, if Brandon Marsh is going to hit for 260 plus this year, sign me the F up in the 9-hole, okay? That is the bottom line. Those were the positives. The offense was great. 5 runs through 4 innings. They finished with 7, so weren't able to get to the bullpen a ton, but I think we know why. The wind was completely taken out of their sails. They were taken out of the team sails. They were taken out of the fan sails. They were everything. This team specifically, let's get to the negatives now. Aaron Nola imploded in the 4th inning, and God damn, it hurt to see. It hurt to see because it's something Scotty and I and so many other people talked about on the pregame show less than an hour before first pitch. Aaron Nola, not just yesterday, but this season, cannot continue to have these implosion innings. These, you're cruising. He didn't allow a hit through 3 innings. Now, I know, we weren't tracking the no-hitter through just 3, right? Probably wanted to wait another couple innings to really get into that, but you go from not allowing a hit. It's 5-0. You're the team's ace. You're the opening day starter, right? And you can't record an out. You can't locate. You can't put anything away. And then to top it all off, you allow Robbie Grossman to tie the game up at 5 in the 4th. What do you think that does to the offense? The offense, they can't rally anymore. They built you a 5-0 lead. You are supposed to protect that lead. Now, listen, I'm not here to sit on opening day and hammer Aaron Nola into the ground and say that this is what you're going to get for the rest of the season. I do not believe that. I think Nola is going to turn it around. I think he's going to be a consistent, very good pitcher. But God, it really hurt. It was very reminiscent of moments last year when he would look great through 3 or 4, or sometimes even 5, and his pitch count was low, and he gets in. Hell, he would get 2 outs in an inning last year, and then could not finish the job. Could not put batters away. 2-out hits, 2-strike hits, big power hits, home runs, right? You saw that yesterday in Texas, and it was just like, man, he needs to get that cleaned up. And you had the contract extension talks come to a halt. And it really just makes your mind kind of real for a second. Second negative of this game, the strikeouts to walk ratio. And I think it goes hand in hand with the lineup as I gave props to, and then Aaron Nola before we move on here. The Phillies walked twice yesterday. Now, granted, they had 11 hits yesterday? 12 hits. 12 hits for 7 runs yesterday. They walked twice, which 14 base runners should be enough. I'm not complaining about the base runners, but they walked twice to 13 strikeouts. They were put down a lot yesterday. Whereas you compare this to the Rangers, 6 walks, right? They had 10 hits of their own for 11 runs, 10 hits, 6 walks, only 8 strikeouts. That's does not contribute to a win, guys. That was something that stuck out to me. The way the Phillies the way that the Rangers pitching staff was able to have guys swing and miss bats, and the Phillies, specifically in the fourth inning, I'm not going to lie to you, that's when everything went to shit. They probably walked 4 or 5 of the batters in that inning alone between Soto and Nola. It just can't happen, right? So good plate discipline by Texas, good rally by Texas, not taking anything away from them. But this more so was about bad Phillies pitching and bad Aaron Nola for me than anything else. Like I said in the beginning of the show, we're going to look back in a week, a few months later down the road, and we're going to look back on opening day and say what an outlier that inning was, right? Without that inning, hell, without half the inning, the Phillies win that game yesterday. And I think that's the biggest reminder for everybody. But let me get to my final and most important negative. And again, don't take this as an overreaction. I'm just going game by game recap here. I'm going to try to do it all season long with you guys. So do not take this as it's doomsday. They're not going to get it fixed. I'm worried about the future. I'm not. I'm completely confident in Aaron Nola going forward. Completely confident in this guy, Rob Thomson, going forward. But the negative that stuck out to me in yesterday's ball game, and tell me if you disagree, if I'm wrong, whatever you see here, was his management or mismanagement of the bullpen. And I know, like I said, the win was taken out of your sails. It had to be taken out of Topper's sails as well. What do? He's grasping for straws when his ace is imploding in the fourth inning, right? They blow a 5-run lead. But why go to Gregory Soto in that moment in the fourth? Runners are on. You know that one thing Soto can struggle with is command. Or I'm sorry. Runners were not on. Nola cleared them with a home run. But nonetheless, right? You bring in Gregory Soto in that moment, former all-star closer in Detroit for the Tigers. You go to him in the fourth. I'm big on role definition, on putting guys where they can succeed in their roles and then knowing their roles each and every day when they come to the clubhouse. Gregory Soto, I think in my mind and a lot of people's minds, is a back-end bullpen piece. 7th inning and beyond. Maybe 6th if you need one. I don't know. Grasping for straws here. The 4th inning, Gregory Soto should never be in the game. Now, I get it. Lefty on lefty. Okay, I hear you out there, Topper. If that's the matchup you wanted the lefty on lefty to try to get out of the inning. Gotcha. You have another lefty in the pen that you put in later on in the game in Matt Strahm, who is a long to mid reliever. That's the role Matt Strahm's supposed to be in. Not high leverage late in the game. Obviously, now the game was probably out of hand at that point regardless, but he's not supposed to be your 8th or 9th inning pitcher out in the relief. Matt Strahm, if you wanted the lefty on lefty, was the guy to throw out there in the 4th inning versus the Rangers and keep things calm. What you do is you throw in Gregory Soto, who's excited, first-day jitters, new team, came over late with the work visa, whatever the case was, and he can't locate nothing. He's putting runners on left and right. He's giving up hit. Gregory Soto doesn't record a single out in his Phillies debut. That's a negative in itself, but it's more of a negative for Topper in that situation. Okay? Then after that, you go backwards. You went ass backwards on me in the bullpen. Again, I'm big on role definition. I'm big on where guys should be put in this pen. Connor Brogdon and Andrew Bellotti are what they are. They are mid-relief guys. Andrew, they should not be in as long as Kimbrel, Soto, Alvarado, and Dominguez are available that day or that night in the bullpen. Those guys should not sniff a 7th inning if it's a close game, if it's a blowout, whatever. If it's a close game, okay? This was still at the time a 3-run ball game when Soto came out. So you go from Soto, who's supposed to be a late inning guy, to Brogdon, who has the struggles of his own, per usual, to Bellotti, who was actually pretty solid, to Strahm. Now, if Topper was just throwing the white flag for whatever reason, I don't know, considering the game never got past a 4-run lead at that time, with this lineup, be kind of fishy to me if you blew it. Now, I understand you're trailing 4 or 5 runs late in the game. You're not going to expect throw Sir Anthony out there in the 9th. I'm not suggesting any of that, but the 6th, 7th, 8th, like you just went backwards on me. And to me, Thomson's mismanagement of the bullpen yesterday put them in that position where the game then became out of reach. Because remember, when Nola imploded and came out, it was tied. So his decision to go to Soto, and yes, if Soto works, we're probably not having this conversation. So I know it's Monday morning quarterbacking here, but I did not like the way that Rob Thomson managed this pen yesterday. I did not, and I'm looking at that going forward because it was question marks that Joe Girardi had. Topper came in here. He played with some things last year. Obviously, Eflin gets moved to the pen. He's your closer. He's got Sir Anthony closing games. He's got Alvarado closing games. I'm not saying you have solidified roles, 1 through 8 in that pen. I'm not saying Kimbrel is your closer, Sir Anthony's your closer, one's the setup. I don't know. But to go Soto in the 4th in a tie game on opening day and then go to a bunch of average mid-relief guys who put your team in even more of a deficit did not make sense to me. Rant over. Clean slate. Wipe it. Erase it from the mind. It's on to tomorrow. Phillies 4:05 tomorrow against the Texas Rangers. Win tomorrow with Wheeler on the mound. Duel for the series on Sunday Night Baseball. Now, I know Bailey Falters on the bump Sunday night because he wants Taijuan Walker against the heavy right-handed hitters in New York for the Yankees on Monday night. So I like that play. But like I said, it's not about winning every game. It's about winning series, stacking series. And yes, you do like to start that from the first series on. So with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow, most likely for DSM pregame live, Phillies game 2. If not, I'll be back with you Sunday morning for another Phillies recap. Guys, for myself, you can find me on Twitter at DylanJD98. For DSM Media, you can find us at DSM_media, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. Check out the link tree in our bio. It'll take you to every social media platform we're available on. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're all over the place. Twitch. But if you guys want to be interactive on each and every one of our shows, if you want to keep up with each and every one of our DSM pregame lives, Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Turn on notifications because that is where they exclusively stream every single game day. Have a great rest of your Friday.